सब्सक्राइब करें तेजेंद्र इंग्लिश स्कूल चैनल को और उस बेल आइकन को दबाएं हमारे लेटेस्ट वीडियो लेक्चर सबसे पहले पाने के लिए।
Hello everyone, this is your EVS teacher here, and today we are going to study the very first chapter of grade 5th NCERT looking around, that is super senses. Students, this chapter is all about you to recall your previous gained knowledge about sense organs. In this chapter you will learn about the different sense organs and their importance in our life. But before moving on towards the chapter, it is necessary for all of you to understand that what are sense organs. So let's start. As you can see here, first of all understand what are sense organs and how many sense organs do we have in our body. Students, sense organs are the organs that help us to know and understand our surrounding. We are blessed with 5 sense organs, and these 5 sense organs connect us with our surrounding. As you can see here, we have ears that help us to hear. We have tongue that help us to taste the yummy, delicious food that our mother cooked. We have eyes that help us to see this amazing world. We have nose that help us to smell. And lastly, we have a skin that help us to touch and feel different kind of things around us. Students, do you know animals also have sense organs, and their sense organs are super strong than ours. Hence, in this chapter you will learn how animals use their sense organs. So moving on towards the next slide. Here are some questions for you that are: has this ever happened to you that you were eating something in an open area outside your home and accidentally some of the food fell on the ground and an eagle flew down and took away that piece of food? Now the question is, can we are able to see from so far? Obviously the answer is no. No, we are not able to see anything from that much distance, but the eagle can see. Or whenever you walked past a sleeping dog, you walk very softly so that his sleep is not disturbed, but still its ears shoot up at once. Now the question is, how did he come to know that someone is passing by? Or has you ever noticed that whenever you drop something sweet on the ground, within a minute many ants get collected around it? Now again the question is, how did the ants came to know that there is something fallen on the ground? Students, sense organs of animals are super strong. In fact, much more stronger than ours. That's why the thing that we can't see, hear, smell and feel, animals can feel very quickly. Some animals can see their friends, food or prey from far away. Some animals can even hear the faintest sound. Here the word faintest means very weak sound, something that we can't able to hear, but animals are able to hear these faintest sound too. Now moving on towards the next slide. Students, now here is a question for you. How did the ant recognize a friend? Suppose this is an ant hole over here and an ant moving along the ground. Suddenly this ant saw some group of ants coming from the opposite direction. This ant quickly come back to its hole. Students, do you know that there are 3 different type of ants in a group? There is queen ant, worker ant, guard ants. Guard ants guard the hole. So when this ant came back to its hole, the guard ants over here allow the ant to let it in. Students, when we see them, we won't able to differentiate ants of different groups, but ants themselves able to recognize each other. Students, now here are some questions related to your previous slides. Question number 1. How did the ant know that the other ants were not from its group? Students, as I already told earlier, that just like us, animals also have different senses, and their senses are super stronger than ours. So they can also feel, see, hear, and smell. Due to these abilities, the ant came to know that the other ants were not from its group. Question number 2. How did the guard ant recognize this ant? The guard ant recognized this ant by its smell, and thus they allow the ant to let it in. Students, now here is an activity. You have to do this activity by your own. Now listen here carefully what you have to do in this activity. You have to drop some sugar, jaggery or anything sweet on the ground and then observe it carefully and answer the questions that follows. Students, ants always move in a line. Ants leave a smell on the ground and the other ants just follow the smell to find their way. Even have you ever noticed that wherever you go or wherever you sit, mosquitoes always find you to trouble you? Do you know why this happened? How mosquitoes find you? Students, this is because the smell of our body, mosquitoes able to know where we are. Even they can also find us by the smell of the sole of our feet and by the heat of our body. Now, here is another question for you. Have you ever seen a dog sniffing here and there? What do you think it is trying to smell? Students, as you know, that dogs always do toilet here and there. By doing this, they mark their own area. And whenever a new dog comes to its area, all the dogs started barking at new dog and trying to stay away him from their area. Students, dogs never allow new dogs to enter their area. So to mark out their area, dogs urinate here and there. This is not only happened in case of dogs. In fact, all other animals do so. Now again, here are some questions for you. Question number 1. In what ways do human beings make use of this special sense of smell of dogs? Students, as I said recently that dogs have very strong sense of smell. So in that question, you have to answer that in which field human beings make use of this special sense of smell of dogs. I am giving you some hints, like we can use dogs like searching stolen items, finding bombs, catching thieves, etc. You can add more on your answer. Question number 2. When do you find your sense of smell helpful to you? List some examples, like to know by its smell that food has gone bad or that something is burning. Now, in this question, you have to give some examples how your sense of smell helpful to you. Listen your question again, what you have to do in this question. In this question, you have to give some examples how your sense of smell helpful to you. Question number 3. Name the animals that you would be able to recognize only by their smell without seeing them. In this question, you have to write down the name of some animals whom you can recognize by only their smell. In the next question, write the names of 5 things whose smell you like and 5 things whose smell you don't like. Here are 2 sections. In the section number 1, you have to write down 5 things whose smell you like, and in another section you have to write 5 things whose smell you don't like. And this one is your homework. You have to do this in your book. Now again, here are 2 questions. Question number 1. Do the clothes of any of your family members smell? Whose? Here you have to write the answer. Is there any family member of yours whose clothes are smelling? If yes, then you have to write down the name of that family member here. Question number 2. Did you ever come across any smell in a crowded place such as fair, bus, train, etc.? In this question, you have to answer whether you come across or experienced any such type of smell in a crowded place. If yes, then you have to write down yes. If no, then you have to write down just no. Students, now here is a short story related to sense of smelling. Listen this story very carefully because at the end there are some questions based on this story. So let's begin. Today Rajni had to go out for some important work. She had to leave her 6-month-old son Deepak with her sister Shushila. Shushila also has a baby of the same age. It was funny that both the babies did potty at the same time. She happily cleaned her daughter, but when she was cleaning her sister's son Deepak, she covered her nose with her dupatta. Students, what actually happened here is that Rajni had to go out for some important work. But Rajni had a 6-month son, Deepak. So before she went to her work, she requested Rajni to take care of her son until she came back home. Now Shushila also has a baby of the same age. And students, it was very funny that both the babies did potty at the same time. So when it's time to wipe out the potty, Shushila happily cleaned her daughter. But when it's time to wipe out the potty of Deepak, Shushila covered her nose with dupatta. As you can see in this figure, this lady is Shushila over here with covering her nose while wipe out the potty of Deepak. Your first question is, Shushila covered her nose when she cleaned Deepak's nappy, but not when she cleaned her daughter. Why do you think she did this? Students, this is actually all about our mindset. When we feel something is dirty, we find its smell bad. Shushila felt Deepak's nappy is dirty, so she had to cover her nose while cleaning. Whereas when she cleaned her daughter's nappy, she didn't feel it being dirty. Question number 2. How do you feel when you walk near a heap of garbage? Think of the children who spend the whole day picking things from such garbage. We feel very bad when we walk near a heap of garbage, but the children who spend their whole day picking up things from garbage become used to the smell, so they don't feel bad about it. Now, the third question is the smell good or bad for everyone in the same way, or does it depend on how each one feels about it? Students, as I said earlier, it's just all about our mindset. Smell depends on how people think about it. Some smells are always bad for most of the people, whereas some smells are always good for most of the people. So it's just all about our mindset. Students, here are some questions for you. But before discussing the questions, just pause your video for a while and take a sharp look towards the picture of these birds given here and try to find out the difference. Students, did you find any difference? Is any one of you find any difference between these birds? Now let's discuss the question, then you will get your answer. Your question number 1, write the name of a bird which has eyes in front of its head like in humans, like us. Do you find any birds in this? Yes, the answer is owl. Owl has its eyes in front of its head like us. Question number 2. Write the names of some birds which have eyes on either side of the head. What is the size of their eyes as compared to the size of their head? Now, you will answer very easily that here is sparrow, hen are the birds whose eyes on either side of their head. Students, if I ask you without moving your neck, how much can you see? then obviously the answer will be that you will be able to see in front of you and just a little to your sides. But if your eyes on either side of your head, then you are able to see on both sides. With left eye you are able to see left side, and in the same way with your right eye you are able to see right side. Similarly, these birds like a sparrow, hen, can also able to see in two different direction at the same time, and by this they can protect themselves from their predators. Students, have you ever noticed many birds moving their neck while walking, like hen, sparrow, etc.? As you can see in your figure also, here is a small bird that move its neck while walking. Can you answer why these birds move their neck here and there? Students, the reason behind this, in most of the birds, eyes are fixed and cannot moved. So these birds have to move their neck or turn their heads to see around. Eyes are fixed means that we the humans move our eyeballs left, right, up, down, but these birds don't, so they move their neck. Students, now here is another activity for you that you have to do in your home. Now listen here carefully what you have to do in this activity. You have to toss a small ball or a coin and try to catch it with both of your eyes open. Now again you have to toss a small ball or a coin. Now this time you have to try to catch it with one of your eyes closed. Now you have to write down the answer here, that in which case it will be easier for you to catch the ball or a coin when both of your eyes open or when one of your eyes is closed. Second, you have to imagine yourself that in place of your ears you have your eyes. If this really happened, then what would you be able to do then, which you cannot do now? Students, you have to write down the answers of both these questions in your book. Now moving on forward, some birds like kites, eagles, vultures can see 4 times as far as we can see. Students, as I said earlier also, that some animals are able to see things far away. Like some birds flying high up in the sky can see 4 food items fallen on the ground from so far which we can't see. That's why we call their sense organs super. These birds can see things from a distance of 8 meters, which we can see from a distance of just 2 meters. Now moving on forward, do animals see colors? Student, it is so amazing to see so many colors around us. But the question is, can animal also see colors? Student, it is believed that the animals who are awake in the daytime can see some colors. But the animals who stay awake at night, they can see things only in black and white. Now, as you can see in this picture, there is a small human over here, and the picture is brightly colored. It means humans can see all colors. And in the same way, in the next picture, there is a small bird, and again, the picture is same as that of in case of human. It means bird can also see different colors. But dogs can see only a few colors, as you can see in this picture. But the rat can see things only in black and white color, as you can see in the fourth one picture. Because rat is a nocturnal animal. Nocturnal means rat usually comes out from its hole only at night in search of its food. So rat can see things only in black and white. Students, now in this section you will learn about the super sense of hearing of animals. As you already learned in your 4th class that we cannot easily see birds' ears. Their ears are small holes covered with feathers, but their sense of hearing is so sharp. Now here is a question. You have to write down the name of the 10 animals whose ears can be seen. You have to write down here the names of 10 animals whose ears can you see. And in second, the names of some animals whose ears are bigger than yours or ours. Think, is there some link between the size of animals' ears and their hearing? Is there any link between the two? Yes, there is some link. It is believed that the bigger the size of the ears, the more one can hear the faintest sound. So, the elephant can hear the faintest sound so strongly. Students, now here is an activity for you. For this activity, find a quiet place in a school. Students, as you know, nowadays it is not possible to find a quiet place in a school due to quarantine. We all are just stuck in our home. So you have to take help with your family members. Tell one of your family member to stand at a short distance and ask him or her to say something softly. The rest of you should listen carefully. Then all of you put your hands behind your ears as shown in this picture. Now let the same family member say something again as softly as before. Now you have to notice and write down the answer here, that in which case was the sound sharper. Ask your other family members too. Now you have to cover both your ears by your hand and try to listen your own voice. If you can hear your own voice, you have to write down here yes. If you can't able to hear your own voice, then you have to write down here no. Now moving on towards the next activity. Now this time you have to sit near a desk and tap the desk once with your hand. If you don't have desk in your home, try to do this activity with the use of table. Now listen carefully. Now put your ear on the desk as shown in this picture. Now tap on the desk again with your hand. Now listen again. Was there any difference in the sound of the tap? If yes, then write down yes. If no, then write down no here. Now, in this section of your book, you will learn about the super sense of hearing of animals. Students, some animals can even hear the faintest sound. This super sense of hearing helps them to find their prey or to protect themselves from their predators. As you can see here in this picture, can you identify this animal? It is a langur monkey. They always sit up high on a tree. Langur can hear sound of tigers and other dangers as well, and by this they can warn other animals. In the same way, fishes give alarm calls by electric signals whenever they feel any kind of danger. These signals can be understood by other fishes. Likewise, in the same way, some animals can understand when an earthquake or a storm is about to come, and that time they behave very differently. Even birds also give alarm calls to warn against danger. Students, now here is an important term, that is echolocation. It is necessary for you to understand if you want to understand the chapter very deeply. Echolocation basically a technique that is used by dolphins and other animals too to determine the location of object using reflected sound. But here in your chapter we will discuss only in case of dolphin as per your syllabus. Dolphins sense the vibration underwater. Vibration is a kind of movement of sound. Dolphins use a special method to find out any object or any animal on their way. This technique is called echolocation. Now the question is, what is echo? Echo means bouncing back of sound after striking a surface. Has you ever noticed it when you shout out at a mountain valley and you heard your own sound back? Have you noticed it? Just like that, dolphins also produce some kind of sound underwater which bounces off after touching an object in front of them and come back to the dolphin, and the dolphin is able to know that something on its way. This technique of echolocation help these animals to hunt, navigate, identify friends and enemies, and to avoid obstacles. Now, moving on towards the next slide. Now, here are some questions. Question number 1. Can you understand the sounds of some animals? Which animal? Now, you have to write down here that if you understand sound of some animals, then you have to write down the name of these animals here. And in the second question, do some animal understand your language? If some animal understand your language, then you have to write down the name of these animals over here. Now, in the next part of your chapter, you will understand or you will learn creature with sensitive sense. Students, some animals have sensitive senses also. It means that they go into a long winter sleep as they are not able to tolerate cold winter, and this winter sleep is called hibernation. Now the question is, why these animals hibernate? Students, these animals hibernate in order to save their body energy as there is shortage of food in winter season. So to save themselves, they undergo hibernation. Students, as I said, hibernation is the way in which animals undergo a long winter sleep in order to avoid the harshness of winter. They curl up in a safe place and stay there until the winter is over. As you can see in these two figures, in figure number 1, ground squirrel, and in the figure number 2, ground hedgehogs. They curl up their body in such a way. They barely breathe and their body temperature is near the freezing mark and they almost seem to be dead. Now, those animals that hibernate are called hibernators, and some other animals are also included in this category like bats, groundhogs, marmots. Students, now here is the case study of sloth. As you can see in these two figures, it looks like a bear, but actually it is not. It is one of the laziest animal on earth. It sleeps almost 17 hours in a day out of 24 hours. Sloth eats the leaves of the same tree on which it lives, and it hardly needs anything else. When it has eaten enough leaves from that tree in which it lives, it moves to the nearby tree. Students, you will be amazed to know that the total lifespan of a sloth is approximately 40 years. And during this whole lifespan, it moves around only 8 trees. And the most interesting fact about it, that it comes down from the tree once in a week to relieve itself. Relieve itself means to excrete, to do potty. To do potty, it comes down from the tree once in a week. So that's why it is considered as one of the laziest animal on earth. Students, now here are some interesting questions. As you can see, here are some circles and each circle is divided into 12 fractions, or you can say 12 triangles, and each fraction denote 2 hours earth. The shaded fractions denote the sleeping hours of an animal that are drawn below the circle. Now you have to find out that how many hours in a day an animal sleeps that are basically drawn below the circle. Now let's take an overview of first and the second circle. In first circle, the number of shaded fractions or triangles are 9. You can count also, and each fraction denote 2 hours. So it means sloth sleeps approximately 18 hours in a day out of 24 hours. Now moving on to the second circle, in this you have to show the daily routine of sleeping and waking of house lizard. But before that, think about it. Have you ever seen house lizard during winter? Obviously no, because it also hibernate during winters. So in this circle, you have to shade the whole circle. Now, likewise, the first and the second circle, in these four circles also, you have to find out the number of hours of sleeping of these animals. Students, now here is another case study. As you can see in this picture, it is a tiger. Now you will learn about tiger and its super senses in this case study. So let's start. First of all, super sense of sight. Students, tiger can see 6 times better at night than us. Tigers can see very far away in dark night also. Next, super sense of hearing. Tigers can make out the difference between rustling of leaves. Now, what is rustling? Rustling is the sound that basically leaves make when they rub over each other. So, tigers can make out the difference between rustling of leaves and animals moving on grass. Tigers can move its ears in all directions and catch sound from all around. Next superpower of tiger is super sense of smell. Tigers can recognize the smell of urine of others tiger and avoid going into others tigers area. Students, can you answer me why tigers avoid going into others tigers area? As I said earlier, that every animal has its own area. If they cross their area and enters into another tiger's area, then they have to face a strong resistance. That's why tigers avoid going into each other area. Next superpower is super sensitive whiskers. Tiger's whiskers can sense in night and help him to find its prey. Students, as you learned that tigers have so many super senses, but in spite of that, it is an endangered animal. Now, what are endangered animal? Students, an endangered animal is an animal that is in danger of becoming extinct. Here, extinct means disappearing forever. Students, tigers are in an endangered category because now there are only about approximately 2000 tigers left in India, and if we don't save them, then after some years they will disappear forever and our future generation won't be able to see them, and future generation will see them only in pictures and movies. Here in the next slide, I am giving you some more example of endangered animals. As you can see here, 3 more example of endangered animals. In the first one is Indian lion, second one is black buck, and third one is snow leopard. Students, as you know that tigers is our national animal, so it is our duty to save them. So in order to protect them, our government has made some forests as protected areas like Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand and Ghanan in Bharatpur district of Rajasthan. Students, there are many reasons due to which these animals are in an endangered category. Some reasons are like climatic changes, habitat loss, deforestations, hunting and poaching. Now it is a new term for you, poaching. Poaching means illegal hunting, illegal killing of animals. Now it's a question in your mind maybe that why are they illegally hunting? Students, they are illegally hunting for their different body parts, like elephants are killed for their tusk, rhinoceros for its horn, tigers, crocodile and snakes for their skin. Musk deer are killed just to make a little scent from its musk. And all these products are highly demanded in international markets. That's why they are hunted or poached by hunters or poachers. Now, students, this is your chapter is all about. And in another section, we will discuss your question and answer of chapter number 1. Till then, stay home, stay safe.